Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and I am so excited. I'm going live with the Women's Summit today. Now, I've gone live with other projects before, but if you've been following me, today is day 395 of what's she up to now? What have I been doing as I transition from the offline brick and mortar world to the online world of business and business success? Now, I'm going to admit I've been really freaking struggling with this online business stuff, and I don't understand why. Because offline businesses and corporate America was always stressful, but pretty easy for me in terms of getting the success, in terms of how I define success for myself. It was easy. Online, not so much. I have launched, this isn't the first thing I've done or the first thing I've launched. I've launched courses, I've launched coaching programs, I've launched all kinds of things, but I've always launched them like a frickin' mouse, like super quiet, not making any noise, just kind of squeaking them out there and seeing if anybody paid attention, which sucks. It hasn't been very successful. It's been super frustrating. And I've been wondering, why don't I get any traction on this stuff? So today is different. Today I am launching a Women's Summit kind of with a vengeance, not a huge vengeance because I'm experimenting with not putting a lot of money behind things because I know most people when they're launching things and starting out don't have a ton of money of advertising to throw against the wall and see what sticks. So my mission in everything I do is to say, okay, what is the cheapest, fastest, easiest, most efficient and effective way of doing this thing that I want to do right now? And then just doing it. It's not going to be perfect. I'm sure there's going to be problems with it. I'm sure I'll be frustrated and pulling out my hair sometime today, at least once. But for right now, I'm super excited to just get it out there and get it launched. I'm going to launch at noon, or I'll go live at noon. It's already done and ready. The funnel and everything's ready to go. It's just a matter of I want to make a couple of changes. I'm going to increase the price of the All Access Pass because I said I would do that today as I launch and as I go live. I have to shut down some and hide some buttons so that people can only get one page at a time or one day at a time of the content. So they'll have access to day one speakers today from noon to noon tomorrow. Then they'll have access to day two speakers tomorrow from noon to noon, and then day three speakers from noon to noon. And then on Friday, I am going to do a live training, and I'm going live every day. I'm going to do a live Q&A every night this week. I can go live and do a live training on Friday, and then I'll discuss and go through some special offers, and I'm going to follow it all up with a 30-day challenge that will start Monday, all about customers. We're going to do a 30-day challenge, 30-day live every day, coaching with me, an assignment, an action item, something that you can do every day to ensure that at the end of that 30 days, you have a framework for everything you need to do to handle your customers, and then ways of automating as many of those steps as you choose. Some things absolutely positively should be automated with respect to running our businesses. Other things should not, and they should be us hands-on with respect to running our businesses. And it's decided by you what's important to be hands-on with, what's important to delegate. Some people want to delegate absolutely everything of their business, and that's fine, whatever works for you. Other people like me are more control freaks, and they want to have more hands-on things in our businesses. Whatever works for you to create the life that you want. So, launching today, probably going a little crazy. Got my 3-year-old granddaughter. Everybody's traveling. And so it's just going to be a crazy, crazy, exciting week. And I'm sure things are going to go wrong. I'm sure I'm going to mess stuff up. I've got actually another interview today to add to the summit. And I will probably add her to day 3, and then we'll go live and to the membership area. I'm also probably going to add another few women to the membership area, women that I've interviewed that have been just awesome. Maybe I'll take some of, and with permission, I did some really fun Pajama Grandma podcast interviews that speak to how to handle customers, how to be the go-to person for your industry, how to create what it is that you want to create in your life. And I think a couple of them are perfect for the membership area of this summit and to just add more value to the All Access Pass. I'm also going to be putting some live trainings in there, and I have a really, really cool offer for all the women that participate in the summit with a mobile app called CloseBy, which has email and a loyalty program and a not only your business loyalty program, but people can get points to go to other businesses as well. I'm really excited to offer that because nobody else has the ability to do that right now. It is the coolest piece of software I've ever seen with respect to a mobile app. I know they spent 3 years developing it, and why I was attracted to it. I was introduced by a friend about it, and I passed it off to my son as a project he's doing. And he's building a team to do that because it's out of my wheelhouse, but it doesn't mean I don't want to offer it to people because I know how powerful it is, both for offline and online businesses in terms of creating a loyalty program that you could really never duplicate or create on your own. It's almost instantaneous. You can have different promos in it. It's so cheap compared to anything I've seen out there that I'm blown away. It reminds me of what ClickFunnels can do for you. If you know what ClickFunnels is, which most people don't, but it is such a powerful tool for the price. And people complain about the couple $100 they spend on it if they have the full package. But if they were using even a tenth of it, it's kind of like our brain. If you're even using a tenth of it, it's so powerful that it can blow you away with how powerful it is. So I don't find tools like this very often, but I will say ClickFunnels is one for a lot of reasons. And this CloseBy is another one. And there's a mobile app that I'm actually on a team that's creating that's for predominantly the hospitality industry because that's where we work. But that's what attracted me to CloseBy, is because we were creating this app, which is now frozen in programming because we hired the wrong programmer, which is a huge lesson learned. And we didn't know they were wrong until they didn't deliver. That's how it always works, right? You don't know there's a problem until somebody doesn't do what they say they're going to do. So that's part of what attracted me to it. They had actually in America pulled off creating this incredible app, and it does some of the loyalty program things that we were building into our app. And so down the road, I am actually secretly hoping that my son will get them to finish the app that we started last year and actually make that a reality, because they complement each other so well. It would be such a good blend of the technologies and of the apps that it's kind of fun and mind-boggling. So many things going on. And speaking of that, it is my eldest's birthday today, which is super exciting. I can't believe I have a 28-year-old son. And then I think about, well, I probably could have had him 10 years sooner, so then he'd be 38, and how old would I feel? So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But I'm excited. I'm excited about launching this project. I'm excited about all the amazing women and everything that they're sharing in this project, because so many people are so willing to help everyone else out. But we all think that we're alone. We all think that we're in this entrepreneurial journey or this business building journey all by ourselves, especially women. And that's part of why I decided that I would do a women's summit. When I started out, I wasn't going to do just a women's summit. I was just going to do a 5-speaker summit on one of my Facebook pages to build my audience for supersizing your business. And as I asked questions and investigated and studied a little bit, I found that, okay, number one, I needed to niche down for myself because I was being guilty of that, going after everyone and not really serving anyone because I was reaching too broad a bucket. So I thought, I want to work with more women. I want to serve more women. So that became my focus, and I asked questions. And what was going to be just one summit has turned into at least, I think, 5 this year. 4 for sure, but probably 5 summits this year. This is the first of those. And so this is the one I'm experimenting on. I'm making all my mistakes, and I'm knowing that, okay, I should have had graphics for all of the speakers available and content that they could have shared, just social media posts, social media emails. I should have had a whole series of emails. So the next summit, I'll have all those pre-done ahead of time. I'll also add an affiliate program for all of the speakers. So all of the speakers can share it with their audiences and actually just not make a ton of money, but make a little bit of money and be a little bit rewarded for actually sharing the summit. The reason I didn't do it on this one is because I want to take the resources and roll it into making the next summit better. And that's how I roll. That's how I need to do it for this one, because I want to prove to people that you don't have to have a ton of money and a ton of resources to start anything. And even big projects that you feel are beyond yourself, you can do those too with a bootstrap type undertaking. By being resourceful, not just thinking you have to have a ton of money and do everything yourself, by being resourceful. And I haven't always been a good example of that. I've always had a ton of resources at my fingertips, and I've gone the route of using those resources versus being resourceful. So this is an experiment and a challenge for myself to be more resourceful, to be more creative in how I go about doing things versus just throwing money at it. Because I don't think Yeah, you can throw money at a lot of stuff and you might get a result that you want, but it's going to be a short-lived result because you're not creating the foundation of what you really want to create in order to have that long-term success that I think that most of us are really after. That long-term success and security and building something that really is significant and makes a difference. That's what I want to do anyway. So excited. I'm going to get off now because I've got to make some videos for the summit. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow and let you know how day one goes. Bye.